I'm going to take y'all on a ride and show you where my addiction started and where it ended. Got 8 months clean. I got married to the love of my life. I'm going to show you where everything started at. I had a methamphetamine addiction. It went for about 6 years, about 7 years. It was rough. I slept outside, I stole and robbed, did a little bit of everything. It wasn't fun no more. Right here is where it started. I had one of the biggest dope dealers in Sauter County living with me at the time, or staying with me, not living, but staying. There was never a day there weren't 100 to 200 people in my apartment. Got me kicked out of it. Right here's where it all started. Back in there. It's crazy. Lived there about 6 months. My ex-old lady went back to prison. I got kicked out for selling dope there. One, the neighborhood, it was just the people I was hanging out with. Great neighborhood. For the most part. Straightened up a lot since I left. It's the way things do. You go in there and when you're on dope, you destroy it. You don't think about nothing, no consequences, nobody else but yourself. These days, I'm trying to change my ways. Did I do it completely? Not yet. Still working on it. Supposed to be getting a job soon. Jobs around here is hard to find. Really hard to find. Show you where it ended at. It all ended when I woke up one morning and I said, I'm done with it. I'm done with it all. Tell you why I said I'm done with it all here in a minute. My baby mom, she actually moved back down here, 3 doors down from where I was at. I seen her, it was like my heart hit my feet. I ended up marrying her here recently. She's a good woman. She helped me beat my addiction. We're on the east end of Portsmouth now, where it all happens. They called me the king down here. The only thing I was is a dope fiend, not a king. It's going up here. I'm on 5th Street now. Turning on to 5th Street. My old hangout spots. I get nervous coming down here still. Because every day is a struggle and I'm afraid I'm going to mess up. Now we're turning on to 6th, where I went from being a dope addict to a dope fiend. I would do anything I could to get money to buy dope. But there's one thing I never did. I never stole from my mother. My mother is my world and my best friend. The thing I had to do was ask her for money. She would give it to me. I wish she didn't, but she would, just to keep me happy. She went so far out of the line with me that let me stay at her house and then turned it into a trap house, which led it into a burnt house. Had people living out back of her house. I moved out trying to get off dope, and people took advantage of her. She told them they had to leave and burnt down my mama's house. That's where my addiction stopped completely. They stopped, and then I was doing good for a few, and then relapsed 2 or 3 other times. I did it, and then Portsmouth Probation Department stops me walking down Mound Street and arrests me in front of my old lady. We was going through some stuff at the time, and I was supposed to go there on a 3-day stay and was coming off of dope. And what happened from there is I swung on a CO, which I should never have done. If you're smart guys, never swing on a police officer. They're just doing their jobs. You don't realize it until you're sober. They ain't bad people. They're just trying to connect, make the community better. They're just doing their job. They do their 8 and then go home. They're not bad people. I actually got mad respect for them now. They're the reason, one of the reasons I got clean. Besides my wife. My wife, which was my girlfriend at the time, was there for me 100%, thick and thin. I did 5 months in the county total, and everybody said I got locked up for this and that. That ain't what it was over. It was over because I was an addict and I was coming off dope and swung on a CO. They promoted my probation and gave me my 5 months remaining. The whole time I was in there, I was sweating because I thought that they was going to hit me with assault on a police officer. Thank God they did not. the CO I swung on, no names, he was nice enough and human enough to be living on me and not press charges. I know a lot of people in Sauter County Jail that fight with addiction and everything else, and never swung on a police officer, but I'm stubborn-headed and went for it anyways. I should never did it. I ended up leaving my wife by herself for 5 months, going through the trouble she went through. She lost her sister and some other things. We keep that irrelevant, but I'll show you where I did 6 months. Well, 6 months total I did in Sauter County Jail. I did 3 months in a hole for swinging on the officer. So they definitely frown on that. And I thank God every day, like I said, that I'm not that person. I'm happy they didn't press charges against me and make it go farther, because they definitely could have, guys. This is right here is the Sauter County Jail. They're not bad people. Actually, it's a decent jail. Everything's expensive, but they do what they can to help us. And if it wasn't because of them and my wife and my mom, I would still be out here doing the same things that I was doing before, getting in trouble, robbing people, stealing off people, wondering when I'm going to eat. I have money. I don't want to buy food. I want to buy dope. That's what I always said. So I dropped from 300 pounds down to 140. And that's pretty much my life story for the last 6 years. Nice talking to y'all about Portsmouth, Ohio and Sauter County. I'm going to get off here now. I'll let you up on my updates. Later, guys.